recording.
Hello and welcome. It is the October 11th, no, 10th, 2011 episode. High on Sports Overtime. This is your first time watching an HOS Overtime. This is our little post-show. Sort of touch on the things we didn't get to and go a little more in depth sometimes and things we didn't get to really talk too much about on High on Sports, which of course airs every Monday night at 7 p.m. on morningshowcentral.com. And of course, I'm Ralphie, and I am joined, as always, by my wonderful crew. Of course, Von Erich, Invisible Nick.
Hola.
Our lovely and deathly ill ring girl, Ashley.
I'm sitting next to
And we're just spreading disease amongst each other while I'll sit safely over here. Alright, well, one thing we didn't get to in the show is, as always, we don't get to spend too much time on the fantasy side of things, which is, of course, the High on Sports Fantasy Football League. Which, Von Erich, defending champion. That's right, we gave him a trophy and everything last year. And
love my trophy.
Quick rundown of what we got. I finally got my first win. Which,
Hooray!
I've been screwed so
You're
long.
1-4 now?
I'm 1-4 now. I was just screwed so hard by you talked about on the show. It was Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
I took him number 3 overall, and I was thinking about Rodgers. I was really thinking about Rodgers, and looking back, I just should have pulled the trigger on that. I definitely dropped the ball there. Chris Johnson. I mean, maybe he'll heat up.
He's a bum.
Kind of a bum right now.
For skipping all the training camp and going, I want more money. Well, now you're like one of the worst running backs in the league.
At least he's a testament now to actually their training camp is relevant and important.
Yeah.
Like, maybe finally people will, like, realize that and not just be like, I've been playing a while, I'm just gonna...
We've seen it in years past, even here in Cleveland with Braylon Edwards. When he was signed as a rookie, he didn't go to training camp at all and signed very late. And it was easy to spot all his inaccuracies on the field.
Especially new head coach this year. New head coach, new systems, new offense, new defense, new things you have to learn. And just, no, I'm going to wait until you pay me more than anyone ever. Which, that was stupid to begin with. You don't pay a running back the kind of money that he was asking. Because all it takes is one play for his career to end forever. I mean, the average lifespan right now for a running back is about a season and a half.
Yeah.
Now, that's factoring in the guys that just barely make it and everything, but still, I mean...
They're running backs nonetheless.
They take such a huge pounding every single play.
It just takes one wrong hit, break your leg. They got to pay you the rest of your contract.
But either way, I ended up winning this one. Finally. It's weird because I'd always get just barely outscored and everything. I wasn't really blown out any game. And then finally, my opponent only put up 57 this week. Ooh. And that's when my team erupts, and I had Green Ellis put up 25 points.
Yeah,
and second highest scoring player on my team, kicker, Sebastian Janikowski.
Oh my
20 points.
I'm calling shenanigans. I feel like you cheated.
I did. Nope, it happens. Dude got the strongest leg. But anyways, real quick score here. My Glenville Gobblers over the Creature with the Black Macaroons. 119-57. We got maybe next year with 106. One left to play in Monday Night Football. Little Jimmy's 94. Trailing there, but 2 left to play, and the 2 happen to be Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford.
Oh, dude.
So I think he might come back.
That packs a punch. My stepdad has it in his other league, and in my other league. Whew. He's lighting it up.
Then we have Von Erich's handicap connection with 77. They're done for the evening, but the Hamburglers 57. They have 2 guys left to play tonight.
Some low scores this week.
If you were listening to the show earlier, you heard my prediction of the Bears beating the Lions. That's because the team I'm going up against has Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson going tonight.
Oh, that's the one with Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson, not the other one. But yeah. So that one is a little...
That's a rough combo, man.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. And then your Painesville Shankers against the Cleveland Steamers, 88 across the board.
Tie game?
You've got 2 left to play tonight, and the Steamers have 1, so we'll see how that goes. And
I got Chicago's defense and Nate Burleson, right?
I believe so. And then your opponent has Matt Forte.
I finally brought myself back over top of that 500 right there.
Yeah, and Nick 100 to the French Toast Mafia's 80. Nobody left to play in that game.
So
that is a final. And I'm really on the fence right now. If you were listening to the show, Von Erich offered me a trade. Consisting of Cam Newton and Cam Newton and Isaac Redman, who's starting for Pittsburgh right now over the terrorist Mendenhall. He's hurt right now. In exchange for Des Bryant and Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. I'm definitely on the fence about it. In my opinion, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis' performance that he had Sunday is not going to keep up. But
There's
I'm not
definitely a lot of running backs in New England's backfield.
2 weeks ago, they ran it with 6 different people in one game.
Yes.
So, but who knows? Maybe he's finally starting to take that spot on himself. So actually, if you want to chime in your 2 cents, tweet at me, @RalphieW, all one word, obviously, on Twitter. And yeah, and anyways, so let me know what you think about that. If I should take the deal or not. I'm gonna mull it over, and I'll have an answer soon. But that's gonna do it for the fantasy football. Let's one thing we didn't get to on the show that I really wanted to was today was the deadline of sorts for the NBA. If no deal was made by today, they were going to start canceling games. They threatened to pull the first 2 weeks. Now, no formal announcement has been made at the time that we're taping this over whether they're pulled, but sources are saying, obviously, no deal was made. So it looks like we're finally going to start losing some regular season games in the NBA, which I did something stupid this weekend. I went out and got a copy of NBA 2K12. So now I'm playing that, and I'm having so much fun, and I'm just like, yeah, oh no, they're not going to play this year. And it's so depressing.
Does it have the rookies on it, even with the lockout?
It doesn't.
My stepdad said something about that because he just picked it up.
It doesn't. But the solution is there's a thing in there called 2K Share, which any team or player or roster that someone else makes, they can upload to the internet, with Xbox Live and whatever, and then you can download it for free. So I went out and I looked online to see who people on the internet were saying was like the best guy that made one, because lots of people made it with the rookies. And I found a guy who, painstaking detail, they even really look like him. Like, guy just had assload of time on his hand. And and he made everybody really good, first and second round. And so I downloaded that roster, so now I have Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson. The only thing is, because they're creative players, they don't say them. So they're just like, point guard, number 13 or 12 or whatever, is lighting it up tonight. And then Nick and I played a game before we came over, and we definitely didn't cheat. And we won, 95-45?
95-45.
95-45 over the Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took out the Raptors. Yeah, with the Cavs. That's still kind of a feat. Anyways.
95-45.
So,
easy mode.
Yeah, you were on easy.
It wasn't. It was on pro.
It
was on pro. We didn't mess with settings anyways.
Towards the,
if you couldn't tell what I said earlier, we totally cheated. Yeah. We made it so every 3-point shot we took went in.
And we turned up
and you only put up 95?
Well, we started cheating.
Well, we did it late, and there was only like 3-minute quarters, so, whatever.
Oh, man.
But anyways, having a fun game. Probably going to play it more like at home. I'm by career, I'm a point guard off the bench for the Wizards. Trying to get traded because I don't see myself ever passing up John Wall. But I'm a pretty good scorer. I'm averaging about 17 points off the bench, so, I'll take that. But, of course, it's just a video game, so it's just so depressing because it just makes me think every time I play, I want to watch some damn basketball.
Yeah.
Just
bring in some replacements. Say, screw you players, you greedy little bastards.
I'm saying, if I was the commissioner of the NBA, I would have cut so many people already.
I'd just be like, fine, you don't want to play? Go away. I'll find someone off the street who will play in an NBA game for $20 a game.
The AJ
Because it'll be more than they're making just playing courtyard basketball.
That's true.
Just
down the street.
Open up a new league, call it the AJ NBA.
What does that stand for? Average Joe? Dude, let's try out. Anyways.
Average Joe.
We'll all
National
join the
Basketball
Cavs.
Association.
But, anyways, that's enough hoops for now, unfortunately. Next week, though, and of course on Facebook and everything, we'll keep you posted if and when, not if, when they announce that these games have been canceled. And Von Erich, something we didn't get to on the show. Of course, every week, the High on Sports High Achiever of the Week. And why don't you take that one?
All right. Well, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you guys guess who is the high achiever, but I'm not gonna give you the answer, and because we're gonna let the people on Facebook guess as well.
We'll reveal the answer next week.
And well, we won't wait all week. Probably towards the end of the week, once some people get a chance to actually put in their guess. But like we've been doing baseball in the past week, we had the conclusion of the division series and the start of the championship series in both leagues. And I'm going to go with second baseman. Some still playing, some still not. But in the past week, who was the highest achiever? We'll go alphabetical as always. Second baseman for the Texas Rangers, Ian Kinsler. And we'll go with Chase Utley, second baseman from the Philadelphia Phillies. And Ricky Weeks, second baseman for the Milwaukee Brewers. Who was the highest achiever, and what do you guys think?
I wanna start this one. I know normally I go last, but I got a lot of good reasoning here because I don't know who it is. I don't know their stats offhand, but I know this. I know the Phillies. The last game they played, they couldn't muster a run. And I know Ricky Weeks has had a tweaked ankle now for a couple days. So that's why I'm gonna. And I know Texas lit it up almost across the board. So I'm gonna go with Ian Kinsler, Texas Rangers.
Okay, Ralphie, a pick for Ian Kinsler.
Well, picking second. I'm not gonna argue with that man. He's got a lot of knowledge. I'm gonna agree with him.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, very
And
nice.
yeah, I gotta go with Ian Kinsler still. Basically the same reasons. Philly, yeah, they got stomped on by the Cardinals, and nobody did anything offensively. So clearly Chase Utley didn't do anything either. And then and with Weeks, or whatever the hell his name is, having the bad
That's
ankle.
his name, yeah.
I keep wanting to call him Meeks.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He looks like a Meeks.
Yeah. I think it's because I went to school with this kid with the last name Meeks, so every time I hear
Well,
Weeks,
a W upside down.
I want to say Meeks.
There
But
you
anyways, yeah, maybe he's been doing good, but I don't think so, because I was watching the games, I don't think it was him that was getting it. So
All right,
I'm gonna
so
go.
you-
And yeah, Texas they're just
Ian
steamrolling.
Kinsler across the board.
Yeah.
That's what we're going with.
They're putting up
So be sure to
900
find us on Facebook, High on Sports Radio Show, and we will have the question posted later tonight, and all these three guys will put in their votes, and be sure to comment with your vote on there as well. We'll have the answer later in the week once you guys get a chance to make your guess.
And don't cheat and look stuff up, because that's what I'm going to do as soon as the camera turns off, and then change my pick accordingly. But anyways, we're nearing the end of the time here, so that's going to do it for us, and I want to take this opportunity to remind you guys, find us on Twitter, high_on_sports. Find me, Ralphie W. Find us our Facebook fan page, High on Sports Radio, and our Facebook profile page, which will have our High on Sports High Achiever of the Week question on there. That is first name High on Sports, last name Radio Show, and those are both one words. So so that's gonna do it for this episode of High on Sports Overtime. So for Von Erich, for Ashley, for Nick, I am Ralphie, reminding you guys subscribe to our YouTube page, and we will see you next week on morningshowcentral.com at 7 p.m.